So the WNBA has a refereeing problem. And we can be very honest when talking about that. The WNBA, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, has a severe refereeing problem. And obviously, look, when anything happens with Caitlin Clark, more light is brought to it. But it was really bad. Like, it was really, really bad watching the game yesterday. And it happens always. Like, you've got fans complaining about Caitlin Clark pushing off. But then they're like using the Pow Pow clip. And they're like, oh, look at her pushing off here. She's, like, that's awful. Just watching her push off. But I'm like, Pow Pow's literally holding her, two hands holding her jersey. It's not even hand checking. Holding her jersey with two hands. And the ref's not calling anything. We saw Caitlin Clark, like, they're like, oh, she hit Walker Kimbrough. She did this to Walker Kimbrough. And Walker Kimbrough flops, the refs didn't call it. And in fairness, when Caitlin Clark got knocked to the ground, I don't think Ryan Howard did anything wrong. Could it have been a foul? Maybe. I do think Ryan Howard, did anything bad. Like, I don't think Ryan Howard, like, overly committed to the block. I think she may be overly committed. But, like, I think it's a 50-50 if it's a call or not. But the worst one was, the ball lands in DeWanna Bonner's hands. DeWanna Bonner scores the layup, and she just gets knocked over. They don't call a foul on either. And then the next possession, Alicia Gray is running the break, and Aaliyah Boston, or maybe it was Natasha Howard, I don't know, literally hacks Alicia Gray, tries to stop her from even getting a shot up, just hacks, and Alicia Gray scores the layup. No call. I think we witnessed in a, like, one sequence, the offensive foul on Caitlin was not an offensive foul. There was a 50-50 call missed, and two blatant fouls. Blatant. And I mean it, blatant. And then, obviously, we saw as well, Caitlin, like, getting, like, it was like double hand check the whole way down the floor. They were just grabbing her jersey. It wasn't even hand checking, they were just grabbing her jersey. There are freedom of movement rules. And then Ryan Howard plows through Caitlin. Caitlin goes up straight. Like, no call. Foul on Caitlin. And then I saw other times where players were literally just hacking and getting away with it. Genuinely hacking. And I saw it in the Sky game as well. Like, there were players that were getting caught on, say, someone caught an offensive rebound or got post position, and they were just slapping their arm in the Sky and Lynx game. No call. Like, there were slap downs on the arm that weren't being called. And then they were calling phantom fouls. Like, players were going nowhere near, players were just missing open layups. No one anywhere near them. Foul. Like, we were seeing phantom foul. It's not even that, oh, it's physical. It's either we call fouls that where no one's anywhere near anybody. Like, someone will miss a layup and it's a foul. And Aaliyah Boston, every time Aaliyah Boston in that first quarter missed an open layup, she got called for a foul. I don't know how. I don't know where this whistle was. I don't know what happened. Because they went from calling every little thing that may or may not have been a foul to letting away hacks in the same game, in the same half of a game. In the same half, the referees let away 4 to 5 hacks. Again, not fouls like, we're trying to stop you from scoring, let's hack. They let away multiple of them while calling fouls where no one touched anyone. Like, the standard is so bad. Like, look, I'm from Ireland. I coach in the Irish National League. I've played in Ireland. Like, the standard of refereeing is known to be absolutely horrific in Ireland. And, like, that is the one thing every single pro player that comes over here and plays, they will let you know that the refereeing is a joke. It is an absolute joke in this country. And I don't know why. To be fair, like, there are good refs, and the good refs know who they are, realistically, in Ireland. And there's just very few refs that were players. I don't know what it is, understanding of the game is lacking. But, like, our referees are better than WNBA referees. And every single pro that has ever set foot in Ireland will tell you that in their entire pro career, the worst referees were in Ireland. And it's just something that is just unacceptable in the league at this level. How the referees are that bad. And I don't think we haven't even seen the MJ ref yet. Do you guys not remember him? the bald guy who wore number 23 last year, the MJ ref, who made sure as hell every time a team got on a run, let's get the other team back into the game. And sometimes it worked for the Fever, sometimes it worked against the Fever last year. It was the referee that if you watched games, we called him the MJ referee because he was a Michael Jordan of refs. Like every time you watched Mike, he thought he was Michael Jordan. The ref, every game became about him. Every single game he refed, you just knew he was going to do something crazy for either team. It didn't matter. Some things would be pro Fever, sometimes things could be against the Fever. Like Caitlin Clark got teed up for some crazy things and then has screamed in referees' faces to open your eyes, and has gotten away with it while clapping in their face last year and completely got away with it. It's just mad. It's all around just mad, like what is happening in the WNBA, because it's not exclusive to one player or another. It's not the leagues being physical. The standard of refereeing is terrible. Like, it's embarrassing that you watch every single game and you're like, not only are there players here that are there are players getting away with straight up hacking people. It's not good enough. And there are so many clips. Like, there's no point showing individual clips. Like, even in the playoffs last year, do we not remember when Caitlin Clark is shooting a layup and she's in the air and Marina Mabry commits a block, a hit on the arm, a blocking foul, like whatever hit on the arm foul, everything. She just comes late and is like, Caitlin's not getting a layup. Jumps sideways into her, takes her arms out, knocks Caitlin on the ground, and then stops because she knows she's fouled, and the referees are like, play on. This is the playoffs. We just don't care. And I think that might have, and then again, how the referees didn't call anything with the eye poke. It is flagrant 1 minimum. And then we can argue again about the intent of it. I don't really care at this stage. But even like complete accident, it is a minimum of a flagrant 1. A minimum. And the referees, no call. Kennedy Carter's hip check on Caitlin Clark. The definition flagrant 2. Common foul. Diamond DeShields knocking Caitlin Clark down from behind. Flagrant 1. After committing a flagrant 1 that should have been a flagrant 1 but called a common foul where she just shouldered her for no reason when the ball was out of bounds. Like, Diamond DeShields committed a common foul that was borderline flagrant 1 that was called common foul. A very obvious flagrant 1 that was called a common foul. And a probable flagrant, probably between flagrant 1 and 2, but leaning on flagrant 2, and especially because of the two things that previously had happened, you have to take that into account and you have to call it flagrant 1. And you have to call it flagrant 2 considering the fact that there's been 3 fouls in 30 seconds. None of them near the ball. And then called as a flagrant 1. So just one flagrant 1. It was, and again, this is just because I watched all of the Caitlin Clark games. There were so many bad calls last year. There were so many. Like, it's not even funny how many missed calls there were on players. Like, the standard is so bad. And again, I'm just giving Caitlin Clark examples because I watched every single Caitlin Clark game last year and I made videos on these calls. There were, no matter what game you watch, I can't remember specific scenarios, but there were how many times in the Sky game last night for both teams where players were literally just getting hacked. Again, not fouled, not like, just it's a foul, but it's like on the finish, on the arm maybe, where it's like, maybe it could be a foul. Like, the league, they're literally seeing people making no attempts of the ball and just hitting someone's arm. That, like, you could maybe argue that it's that it could be a flagrant foul because no attempt is played on the ball and you're just trying to stop a basket. You can make that freaking argument. Maybe if it's not excessive, but no play on the ball, you can make the argument. And they're being ignored. There are calls that are closer to closer to the flagrant than a no call, and they're calling no call. There are blatant fouls. It is pathetic. It's embarrassing, and it's somehow not gotten better. And like in preseason, how many of these things we're seeing in preseason. It's only going to get worse. And like there have to be better referees than this. There have to be. I've seen the salary. It's good salary. They pay their refs well. They play their refs well. In Ireland, it's a freaking like there's excuses. We don't pay refs well. We don't train refs well. None of this. There's no excuses for the WNBA. And the standard referee in Ireland is better than the WNBA. And if you've ever played basketball in Ireland, like, you know how, like, you know what I'm saying holds a lot of weight. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. And if I go and get a BI suspension from coaching, I mean, so be it. So be it. I'm not really bothered with that. Probably not coaching next year anyway, so I'll take my suspension for saying that. But anyway, I'll see you guys.